Listen up, bitches. We're playing Willow. Why did I just curse?
Because you took a level in Badass last episode from the Zombie XP.
Hey, I don't want to hear any more out of you. We're still not talking after that crap. Some of you may have noticed I have sort of an 80s theme to my decor, and that's because some of the best stuff was made in the 80s. For example, I was made in the 80s, and so were most of my favorite films. For example, Willow. Now Willow is a film that doesn't get a lot of love, but if you ask me, there's no good reason for why. If you really step back and analyze it, it has all the ingredients of the perfect fantasy film. This isn't sarcasm. I really do feel this way about the film, and I can back up my statement with a carefully constructed argument if I really wanted to. But this review isn't about Willow the film. No, this review is about Willow the action RPG game, so let's dive right in. Willow for the NES was developed by Capcom and released in 1989. The game has very, very little to do with the film, and it kinda seems like the game wasn't originally intended to be based on Willow. Either that or someone at Capcom decided they didn't like Willow and they would make their own story. As explained by the intro, the plot of the game is that there are two spirits and they both sent their messengers to bring peace to the world. One of the messengers is Bavmorda, and the other is Finrazel, both characters from the film. Bavmorda obviously starts spreading wickedness around the world, and a prophecy is made that says a hero will rise up and defeat her. That hero happens to be Willow. Mind you, there are other characters from the film in this game, but they have very different roles, and you encounter them in different situations. There's also a host of brand new characters such as the talking skunk and this eagle man dude. The creative licensing is mostly forgivable because Willow is a pretty decent action RPG for its time, but still, there is some really weird shit going on in this game. First off, look at the graphics. On the one hand, the level design is pretty impressive for an NES game, and the artists have gone the extra mile to animate the grass during a battle. However, look at Willow. He looks like a Mr. Potato Head doll. But during the cutscenes his sprite changes and looks pretty good. Why couldn't they have just used that sprite for the regular gameplay? I don't understand what the hell is going on.
As if that's anything new.
Hey, I told you to shut up! We're still not talking! Why can't you understand that?
Are you still mad about the zombie thing?
Yeah?
Well, don't be. You probably level up twice from the experience.
I can't level up in real life, and you're distracting me from this review! Where was I? Oh yeah. The game is somewhat of a cross between a Yeast game and Zelda, although Willow has some unique elements of its own. For example, how fast you can swing a sword depends on your level. You start out swinging very slowly, but eventually you can turn into a little buzzsaw and cut down pretty much every enemy in the game. And boy are there enemies! Slimes, floating skulls, giant snake man things, winged Dalmatians, those damn rat dogs from the movie, skeleton knights, and trolls.
I hate trolls.
Well, they're not very fond of you either. There's also a bunch of other monsters not from the film, like giant bees, and this pink asshole thing. Seriously, what the hell is that? My first reaction is a crab man that shoots fireballs, but that can't be it. It's too ridiculous. It has to be like a two-headed ogre or something. I think it's worth pointing out the graphics and music are pretty good for an NES game, especially when you look at the grass moving during a battle. The only big criticism I have in this area is how goddamn annoying the village music gets if you get lost in a town. The villages also are a bit larger than they should be, especially given most town areas have nothing in them but a bunch of empty houses. Also, the graphics of your sword and shield in the inventory menu don't match the graphics when you actually equip them, which is kinda sucky. Something I feel I should comment on is how this game seems to have inspired a few things that later appeared in Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. For example, Willow swings his sword in a circular fashion. Willow also obtains an Oricana that allows him to summon a dinosaur to warp him around the overworld map. Now I don't have any proof that Willow inspired these elements in A Link to the Past, but the simplest answer is usually the correct one. As a kid, I never beat this game. I loved it and rented it often, but I found it too damn hard. Now as an adult, I'm tackling it again, and this time Bavmorda is going down. What's hard about the Bavmorda battle is that you have to use a certain spell in order to damage her. The really hard thing is that you have just enough MP to cast a spell enough times to actually kill her. So if you screw up, you can't beat her. God damn you, Bavmorda!
She's the final boss, dude. Did you think it would be easy?
Why won't you die, you bitch? Why the hell isn't this shit working? Why isn't it working? God.
Sure, scream at her. She can hear you all the way back in 1989.
This time I'm gonna get her. I'm just gonna spam everything I got at her. Why isn't she dead? I just unloaded all my freaking magic on her. I guess they didn't detect all the freaking hits. Great job programming her hit detection. This is one of those fucking battles where you cannot make a single goddamn mistake. And oh yeah, as if that first phase wasn't hard enough, there's a second phase. A second freaking phase to fight. Yeah! Take that, you Nintendo hard bitch! Huh! Who's the fucking wizard? I'm the fucking wizard! That's who's the fucking wizard! I am! Me! Huh! And now to enjoy this semi-satisfying ending screen. All in all, it's not bad. I've finally come to terms with this game I could never beat as a kid. The circle is complete.
You're still a dork.
What did I tell you about talking to me?